They came to the US decades ago, leaving behind a Cuban regime they detested. These men playing dominoes in Miami's Little Havana district decided early on that their political interests were best served by America's Republican Party. They are, however, the exception. The Democrats have traditionally been able to rely on the rest of the Latino vote, particularly that of the younger generation. But there are signs that may be changing. And Alan Ramirez thinks it's part of a larger trend.
We're moving towards the Republican side of the game. I do not agree with so many of the policies Democrats are pushing over lately, especially when it comes to young people, especially when it comes to all these new tendencies and gender orientation and stuff like that, like how you should take care of your child, and that's something that really worries me.
There are 34 million Latinos eligible to vote in the US, making them the second biggest electoral group. And that number is increasing by another million every year. In 2020, only around 50% of Latinos actually voted. But that was a huge rise on previous elections. And as they become ever more politically active, they could be a decisive factor in this year's midterms.
The Democrats had always assumed that the rise in the Latino population would automatically translate into a bigger share of the vote for them. But it's not working out that way. And critics say the Democrat Party is guilty of complacency.
The Republicans are positioning themselves to take advantage, stepping up their campaigning in Latino districts everywhere.
I think that this election cycle in particular, it seems like Republicans across the country are trying to capitalize on the momentum they feel they have among Latino voters in the wake of the 2020 election. And it seems like they're really trying to expand the map, too, of where they're reaching out to Latinos.
The Democrats still believe they're the natural home for Latino voters, but many of their own supporters are seeing a change.
I think that some of the leanings of the left are worrisome to people who've lived in leftist governments.
So they're more likely to move to the Republican side?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
But with opinion polls suggesting that 40% of independent Latinos still haven't decided which way to vote in the midterms, there's still everything for both parties to play for. John Brain, TRT World, Miami, Florida.